Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's 7 p.m. and the news are starting now. The headline of today is an event organized by the students of HZ University of Applied Science. The event was a visit to Milieustraat, which is a recycling park in Vlissingen. In light of this event, HZ News decided to air a special edition on recycling. As you know, green is the new black. Therefore, recycle is fashionable, recycle is in. Don't you want to be a part of it? Now I would like to introduce you the lovely Joana, the responsible for the visit of Milieustraat. Good evening, Joana, and welcome.
Good evening, thank you for having me here.
Before we start to talk with Joana about the visit, let's go to get some impressions from the Milieustraat. Thank you for sharing these moments with us. So, what was the goal of the visit to Milieustraat?
Well, the aim of the project was actually to raise awareness to all students, mainly international students, about recycling. Unfortunately, myself included, young people are not enough aware about living responsible. And we thought that if students had a clear idea of what recycling is and how it should be done, then this would improve their habits and increase the involvement of young people in recycling.
Okay, it's great that you create this initiative for young people. What gave you the idea that young people do not recycle enough?
Well, sadly, we all hear all these sorts of stereotypes about recycling and fake information, and this tends to discourage students to act on it. And the idea of all this project is to get rid of all this image that people have of recycling to focus on the real facts.
I see. So what is the most common false information we hear about recycling?
One of them is, for example, if we can't do everything at once, we shouldn't do anything at all. This is completely wrong. We should start somewhere, and people usually feel discouraged by the whole recycling process when they can't do all of it, but just a little thing is already good enough, and you should think global and act local. Just focus on your things, on your problems, and try to reduce one at a time. Small steps is always enough.
And is the community, the city, not somehow supporting this idea?
The city is supporting this idea. The city is separating the garbage. Actually, there's this also a false information that the city hall in the end will just mix all the garbage anyway, so I will put it all together and I won't separate. This is not right. There are rules about it, and if the city hall has special containers to divide, it's compulsory for them to recycle and to make use of the situation. Therefore, people really should be doing it.
Thank you for the information. I also learned something from it. We still have some moment left. Is there something else you want to add, to mention?
Yeah, I would like to add that many people also think that if something is slightly dirty, the recycling process won't work. This is not true. In the recycling process, there is a cleaning part of all the products that are disposed, and for that reason we have no problems in this situation. Also, many people think that the recycling will take more energy than what is worth. And this is not true because, for example, in the process of making a metal can, it's a very costly production. And why not reuse what we already have instead of reproducing it again?
Thank you, Joana, for this very helpful and interesting information.
Thank you.
Our next guest will be Lucie, who is an expert in recycling. Good evening, Lucie, and welcome to the HZ News. Could you shortly summarize what would be important to know for young people, what they should know from now on, the do's and don'ts for recycling?
Yes, sure. I summarized the main points concerning recycling after the visit in Milieustraat. And it goes up to 10 really important things to do. The first one concerns the glass. It is really important to sort the colors of the glass when you recycle it. And all containers have a special color except the blue. The blue glass goes together with the brown glass. You don't have to wash the glass before you get rid of it because it's going to be taken care of after. And you can also leave the lid on it. This is not a problem for the recycling process. The second point concerns paper. Paper shouldn't be too dirty, but it's the only obligation it has as far as recycling is concerned. The third point is about plastic. You have to litter it without cleaning it as well. It's also taken care of after. Clothes can also be recycled, except the really dirty ones. Also keep in mind that when you get rid of shoes, then you should attach them together so that they can be given away for charity or things like that.
Yeah.
Then we come to the question of medication. All medicals should be given back to the pharmacies and they're going to recycle it. As far as electronic is concerned, we installed a special recycling point in the library at school, so all the really small electronic device can be given away here, and the rest you should recycle it at Milieustraat. Concerning the light bulbs, you can also bring it to the library as there is a sorting point there. And the last point I wanted to mention was that you can bring up to 2 cubic meters per day at the Milieustraat for free. You have to know that it's not necessary to go to Milieustraat for all of your waste. Vlissingen also has a lot of containers all around the city, and we know that for international students it's not always easy to find them, so we created a map that is called Clean by the Sea, and that highlights all the points where to dispose of your garbage. This map is a digital map and you can access it with your mobile phone just by taking a picture of the barcode.
These are very helpful information. Thank you very much, Lucie, for your time.
Thank you.
And I think because there were a lot of information, just watch this video over and over again, share it with your friends. I will do the same later on this evening. And don't forget, get the map Clean by the Sea. And thank you for your time. Have a nice evening. See you soon.